What's up, guys? Welcome to Disagree to Agree, episode 3. I'm with my boy Josh and my girl Jody.
What's up?
So, this weekend was kind of lit for us, huh?
Yeah. Super lit. Super lit. I still have a raspy voice. Still recovering.
So, we was actually at our boy's house. Shout out Vinny. He invited us to his backyard party out here in our hometown. A lot of people was there. A lot of people show us love. It was a crazy night. I was fucked up.
Yeah, you were definitely.
Because you were there mad early too.
De lauta.
Everybody's telling me that I was, acting a little crazy. Not crazy, but I was,
I got lit towards the end though. I really did. Did you, Josh?
I was fine. I put a few back, but I wasn't bad. I was chilling.
But I had fun. That's what's important.
Yeah, so did I.
Absolutely.
So did I. My birthday's tomorrow, so
Yes.
Happy birthday,
I'm still
Yadi.
continuing the rumba.
We're drinking
Thank
some
you.
wine today, by the way.
Yes.
We're having a little.
Cheers to me.
Cheers to her.
Yadi.
Happy birthday, Jody.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm not a real wine drinker, by the way.
I am.
Esto es todo bulto.
So what's up?
So what are we talking about today, guys? We had a pop on the notes. What we were talking about manifesting. What was it, Josh?
Do you believe in manifesting? So I guess specifically, do you believe in maybe like the ability, or I don't know how to word it, but do you believe in manifesting your future? And what is manifesting to you?
Okay.
I think that manifesting is when you have an idea for yourself or a thought, you put it out into the universe, but I think that there's so much more that goes with manifesting. There's a lot of discipline that goes with manifesting. There's a lot of believing, because it's really you believing in something that you haven't seen yet, right? So yeah, just definitely put the thought out into the world and then have intention every single day, and it'll come to you. I think that that's what manifesting is. What does it mean for you?
Manifesting to me is I don't know. Manifesting to me is just putting, like you said, putting what you think into the world and actually believing in yourself, into the journey you wanna take in your life. So I'm definitely a strong believer of manifesting, because I do manifest everything I do. To be honest, to me it's like I live life as a chess game, so it's every move counts. There's things that I might do today that it will make sense for other people in a couple of years, but to me it makes sense on the daily, because I know why I'm doing things at the moment.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people get confused, or not confused, but they think, oh, I'm going to manifest this in my future, and they just stop it there, because like manifesting is just, like you said, you put that thought out into the universe, you think about it, I'm manifesting this big house, money, cars, but they forget you have to do something about it. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just manifest, and to me,
And it's gonna come knock on your door.
exactly. So if you tell me, oh, I just manifested, okay, that's as good as dreaming about it. No, you got to manifest it, and I think the point of manifesting is you put yourself into this space that you say, okay, I really believe in this, I'm going to do this, and it puts you in the mental space to actually execute goals and steps towards manifesting and making that possible. So I'm manifesting a big house, okay. I'm thinking about it so much. I'm in this space that I'm so focused on manifesting it and making it happen. I'm going to do the correct actions, real life actions towards making this manifestation. You can't get lost and be like, I'm going to manifest it. Like I said, it's just like you're just dreaming about it. You got to actually do something about it.
So what I'm getting from what you're saying is that a lot of people manifest their goals and where they want to be, but they don't manifest how to make the money to get there.
So I guess, yeah, so they could get lost in manifesting things, the dream, the thought, thinking about it, wanting it, but they'll get lost and not do anything about it in real life.
Sorry that I'm interrupting you. Also, like, always thinking about, like, the future instead of living the right now. Right?
True, yeah. You can't get caught up in always manifesting what's coming in the future, because you lose
sight of it.
You lose sight of what's happening now, because everything you do now is
your future.
Is for the future. Versus if you're too caught up in, oh, I'm gonna have this and this is what's gonna happen in the future.
You're not living present moment.
You're not living the present moment, and I don't believe you can correctly or efficiently do what you need to do now to make that future possible. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's always good to think ahead and plan ahead, but you can't lose sight of what's happening right now and what's present.
1000%.
I think that's was really hard for all of us in life is that sometimes people could tell you're not ready for that new beginning. Let's say, oh, you shouldn't be buying a house just yet, or you shouldn't be buying that car just yet. But then there's other people that maybe you just never ready. Like, what I mean by like, that they tell you, oh, it's not your time yet. But then if you never really start, your time might never come, because people always want to be so ready to do what they want to do, but you're never 100% ready. So if you don't put that foot down and do it, so sometimes it's okay to lose it.
Yeah.
But you will learn what having it and losing it and what it takes to keep it.
Yeah, and it's also okay to like fear, have fear. It's okay to have fear.
Yes.
Because you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you've never been there before, so it's okay for you to be fearful of things that are gonna come, but God's plan is way bigger, so at the end of the day, definitely always have like intention with what you do day to day. And you can manifest you can literally manifest anything as long as you're putting in the work.
I saw Jay-Z say something about fear that basically saying like don't let other people's fear contribute to your life. So you gotta be careful on who you speak with, because yes, it's okay to have fear, because if you don't have fear, come on, like, well, we're aliens?
Yeah, for real.
So just be careful who you speak with, because those people's fears might scare you from your goals to your achievements. Absolutely, because they're like, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure
it's not the right time. Maybe,
you could lose it all, like, and shit, I have lost a lot of shit in my life, and I'm super happy.
It's funny you say that, because I've thought about this in the past, and, I'm doing things now as an adult that I've seen my parents, or more specifically my dad, has done. And our parents and older people are always saying, hey, don't do this is what's going to happen. They've been through it, they're through experience. So now I'm interested to know kind of, how do you operate? So I don't know if this is really a question, but I guess, so I'm the type that someone could warn me of something, and it kind of ties into you saying don't live off of someone else's fear or what's happened to someone else. So I'm the type that someone could tell me all day, hey, I did this and this was the result I got. Don't go down this path. This happened to me. And still, in a lot of things in life, I got to go through it to really understand and really know, because one, it could be completely different for me because I'm a different person, or it could go exactly how someone else told me it would go, but hey, I can't just take someone's word for it. Even my parents, I got to go through it, and I'm a learner like that. I got to learn by experience and doing it my way or the same way, whatever, but I have to go through it to truly understand, appreciate, learn, sadness, happiness, whatever it is, I gotta go through it myself.
For sure.
I mean, I agree with you 100%. I'm not gonna lie, I don't live up regrets, but I do. What bothers me about some things about my past is actually not listening to the right people. So, yes, I'm happy I got the knowledge I have and things that I failed on or even succeeded, or, but I am upset that I didn't listen to the right people, because at the end of the day, like we all have our parents, and our parents gonna tell us, oh, do this way and do that way. Yeah, you gotta listen to them, but you also gotta look at sad truth where your parents are at and what have they done to actually listen to them. Yeah. You can listen to them about like house things, that's different, but I'm talking about like real success things. You really gotta judge your parents on where they at and ask yourself, do they really know? Do they
even understand
what success?
Or they were just doing what they could at the time, because they didn't even have all the resources that we have now.
Exactly. So it's like.
But I think that that shaped you to be who you are today.
Yeah.
All your experiences. If you don't go through like detours and all these things in your life, you have no story to tell.
I mean, I always thought I was grown, and I'm really not grown at all. Like,
I'm actually. Every week, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like a different person.
Yeah, but like, you're grown and I was very hard-headed. I thought like I knew it all. Like, I mean, I still act that way, but like I really thought I knew it all. You know what I'm saying? I look at my past and I see a lot of dumb things that I did that I'm not mad about. Like I said, I'm not mad about, but it's upsetting because if I knew what I would have known, I would be a lot better than where I am right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that happens to everybody. Cause I know a lot of successful people that would literally have told me word to word that they will give everything up what they have right now, and they have a lot of things, and they will give everything up right now to start over just with the knowledge they have. That's how you know.
But that's how they got there. I feel like the knowledge that they have now, it's because of the mistakes and because of the paths that they chose in their lives.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. They're not literally saying like, "Oh, I want to start over because I'm smarter now." What they're saying is that the knowledge is so more important than success, money, and all that. That if we actually knew what we thought we knew, that everything we grew up and we learned,
Yeah.
we didn't really know shit.
But I look at life like it's a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And each book is a chapter. So if you don't like something about your life in chapter 18, chapter 19 does not have to be the same as chapter 18.
Absolutely not.
You have the power and you have now the knowledge to change and move forward from any situation. Manifesting, discipline.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I've made so many mistakes, but I don't regret any of them. I think that it's shaped me to be who I am now. And maybe before I didn't appreciate them, but now that I'm actually out of it, now I appreciate it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I could have chose differently, but I didn't. And now I'm more knowledgeable.
Nah, and they say like the way I look at life, and you know, I'm not old, but you know, I've gone through a few things, I guess. If you're not learning constantly, there's a problem. You should, even the older people, the people that are rich, whatever, knowledge, money, whatever it is, you should and always be learning. No one knows everything. There's only people that are more experienced, and they've gone through more things, or they've dealt with things more than we have. But I feel I am always learning, whether it's at my job, life, you know, family, whatever it is. You're always learning, because
Yeah.
if you're not progressing and making changes constantly, then you get to the point of kind of bringing it back to episode 2, complacency. You know,
Yeah.
if you get too comfortable, if you're not learning, constantly reevaluating, making changes in your life, then you know, I personally on my side, I think I'm doing wrong. I
Right.
always have to be learning, because there's room to grow and learn.
All the time. All the time.
Absolutely.
And life is, what is that saying? Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Things in life don't happen to you, they happen for you. It's like every single day, it's like paving the way. Whether you want to acknowledge that or not,
Yeah.
it really is.
Absolutely.
Life is not against you.
It's not. And it's sad because people do
Some
think
people think that.
Some people do.
It's always like, oh, why did this happen to me? Instead of looking at it like, why did this happen to me? What is this gonna make me learn, grow? How am I gonna grow from this situation?
Yeah, but you need to be strong to think that way. Like I said, I'm happy that I've been through a lot of situations in life, and it could be the worst thing ever, and I was taught that everything happens for a reason, for a good reason, not for a reason, for a good reason. At the moment, you might not see what the good reason is. It could take 10 years, it could take 5 years, it could take a couple of days or months, but there's always a good reason behind why everything happens, and that's how I look at it. But it could be the worst things happen to the moment, and there's a good reason behind it.
I agree.
You'll learn something from it, for sure.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
So we all believe here that you can manifest your life.
You can,
I
100%.
think you can absolutely manifest it, but it's not just manifestation, but it's you doing some work and taking things into your own
So it's
hand.
easy to get lost while manifesting.
Absolutely.
It is very easy. It's easy to get lost in life, you know? But the most important thing, I think, is just living with intention. Really checking yourself every single day.
Intention, you mean like having a purpose, or like,
No, doing things with intention.
okay.
Like that goes back to actually with what Jeffrey said, I think it was episode 2 or maybe 1, whatever. That like, you know, which I actually remember when we went out, I agreed with you. When someone does something, they know what they're doing, you know? And that's what I mean. It's the intention that you have towards everything. So you can be hanging out with people and you don't know people's intention, and that goes with energy. Sometimes I'm like, I'm all over the place. But sometimes when people come over, I purify my space because I don't know people's energy. And there are some people that I don't allow in my home because I don't know what energy you're bringing onto my life. You know? I got lost, but I don't
I hear
even.
you.
Yeah.
I hear you talking about energy. So now that she brought up energy, we should talk some.
You'll get back to me. I'll think about it again, but it just like came to me. I'm like, wait, energy.
No,
I want to talk
but
about
that's-
energy.
no, that's a good thing. That's a good topic to talk about because it's at the end of the day, manifesting energy, whatever, is still in the same boat.
It is the same boat.
But energy.
Do you guys believe in that though?
100%.
Like, do you think that when someone walks into a space, do you feel other people's energy? Because I do.
100%.
You don't feel it? Not everyone does.
No, it's weird. Yeah, I don't.
I feel it.
I feel
I
it.
felt it. I actually felt it yesterday. I was at a location yesterday, and I pulled into that location. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of love and stuff, but then I could feel somebody's energy was like off.
Oh yeah, I feel it all the time.
Off, so I know something was bothering them about me. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I don't like that because I was just telling Daddy, I was out to eat the other day, and I said, I don't really have anything against anybody. And me disliking a person, I don't even like that because it's like bothers me. To like, why do I
It's
need to
ruining you, right? Like,
Yeah.
nah.
Why do I need to dislike a person?
Me
Like,
either.
who are you to be disliked in my life?
What do you matter? Why
Yeah.
do you have such importance in my life?
If I
that-
see you, it's what's up, how you doing? But dislike you, nah.
But people really be hating on you behind closed doors.
100%.
You don't feel that?
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel the hate?
I guess in that sense, I could feel energy vibe. I guess it's the same thing.
I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, but I think that, like,
So I guess I can understand people's energy and feeling people's energy. Now I think there's a difference of whether it affects you or not.
Oh, yo, that's a fact.
yes.
Because I get it. I see what you're saying. You could come in or you see someone comes into your space and you could feel their energy, their vibe. It's different how they move. You don't know their intentions, like you said. Does that affect me? I don't know.
Can you read it though?
It has to be like completely opposite from like mine. Like someone comes in, like I guess I kind of can read it. I don't. It's something I don't pay attention to much. I think.
okay.
And that might be. And I've been told this in the past. Like me, I'm a very. I guess the way I go about things is I give people the benefit of the doubt, right? So if I meet you for the first time, I'm not in a mind space of like, let me try to read this person. Are they bad? Are they good? Are they for me? And I've been born from this in the past, but I just like, I'm just going to treat you as, unless you do, I live a life of how do I say this? Innocent until proven guilty, right? I look at that like you do something wrong, right? So to me, you walk into my life, you're good until you do something wrong. And I ignore signs. This is a flaw of mine, but I tend to overlook the negative signs, the bad energy,
I read
maybe
it.
the
OD.
malintentions and stuff like that. I just give everybody the benefit of the doubt that walks into my life, and I've been burned for that. So I'm not good at reading energy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I read it without even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like I feel it. It's
Listen.
like something's there, you know?
This is a big fact right here. I've gotten this message from literally like, for real, like over 20 people have told me this.
What?
People that after getting to know me, they literally, I'm talking about over 20 people. So I know that I carry myself to a way that people might dislike a lot. Because I have met over 20 people that I could call right now on the phone and ask them, the first time you met me, did you like me or no? And they would tell me, nah, I didn't like you at all. After I got to know you, it's like, wow, you're a whole different person than I thought. I've been disliked by people that love me now and said, it's the way you I don't know,
You just think different.
You're different. You know what
Sometimes
it is?
I'm like, I don't freaking like this guy. He's
What
so
it
annoying.
is you're different. You are different from what that person is used to, what they find normal.
Yes.
And a lot of people are uncomfortable with something being different, change, whatever
and
it
being
is.
so straightforward. I
And-
think that you're you no matter what.
Absolutely.
You know?
it's my way of speaking that brings me a lot of problems.
Yes. You don't know how to speak.
I don't. I really don't. I don't think about people's feelings when I speak.
No.
So I could say something and it gets them to like, oh, this nigga think he's better than somebody, but realistically, I really don't think that at all. I'm just here just spitting my opinion.
Of course.
And it's not for everybody, but that's not your problem.
It's
Exactly.
not it's not your problem. I think that honestly, you're my best friend, so I know that you can be really straightforward, but your heart, people that you think and show other people that they're so nice,
Yeah.
your heart is a lot more pure than theirs.
I've gotten that from people, too.
1000%. And that's a fact. So, yeah. Energy is really important. That's all I gotta say.
Energy is real, and it comes from in everything, because it just could be in anything,
Like the energy that you put out even to a project of yours.
Yeah.
The energy that you put when you're hanging out with people. Like there's
Yes,
different types
yes.
of energy.
I'm always in good vibes, good energy, always.
I mean, this world is made of energy.
Absolutely.
So it's not like you can ignore it. Not coming for you, Josh.
No,
but,
I get it.
But it's
Like I
like
said,
made of energy.
Absolutely. So I guess kind of tying into like energy and people, I don't know if this really ties into it, but I was talking to somebody the other day, and we brought up the topic, forgiving and forgetting. So I guess this ties in with energy. Maybe someone did you wrong, or whatever. Can you really forgive and forget somebody? Or not forget
Something.
somebody or
Okay,
something that
something.
someone's
Okay.
done to you specifically, whether it's a partner, an ex, or a family member, a friend, whatever it may be. And maybe each one of those types of relationships, and I think personally it probably depends on the relationship, right, of with that person, but do you believe in, I guess in a general broad topic, forgiving and forgetting? Or can you?
I forgive, but I don't forget. Never. I never forget.
I mean,
I think it's very hard to forget.
I think I'm still trying to
Forgive.
learn how to do that.
Jeffrey's like, I'm still trying to forgive because I can't even forgive. No, I'm
Like-
kidding.
And no, and it's like I do forgive. I 100% do, and I don't. I'm not gonna say I forget, but when I forgive, people think they forgive, but I don't know a lot of people that forgive, because you forget, but you're holding grudges, so you're not forgiving.
No, exactly. I believe in that. There's people get lost in like, oh yeah, I forgive you in this moment, but I personally think it's almost literally impossible to forget something.
Because you're always bringing the past up, right?
Exactly. And not even that, like you're just always gonna have that. If it's, put it this way, if you're in a situation that it's so, I guess, severe or meaningful that the topic of forgiving, to me, if someone brings up forgiving and forgetting, it was something that was serious, right? It was a very serious thing that happened for you to even talk about forgiving and forgetting. So then now it comes in, like you said, if you don't forget, I don't believe you could truly ever 100% forgive, because you never forget it. And as long as you remember that, you as a human, that's in your head, there's no way, at least for me, how could you possibly completely 100% forgive something if it's never forgotten?
I think, hold on, I think that there's a difference, because there are certain people that I can forgive you and I don't really care. You know what I mean?
But you don't forget.
Never. But I know where you stand in my life.
But
then it's
so
like
for me to
a
say-
boyfriend, Let's just say a boyfriend does something to you. You forgive them, but you're not going to forget. It's
But
gonna
so
take
you
a
brought
long time.
you brought up a good point. So you said there's some people that you can forgive and forget. But to me, for you to tell me you forgive me, that means whatever that relationship was, or how the nature of, like I said, whether it was a friend, family, boyfriend, girlfriend. For you to truly forgive, that means that you can forgive me and the relationship could go back to the state it was prior to that incident happening. And if it cannot, then you truly don't forgive. So someone did you dirty and you're going to say, I forgive you. But if the nature of your relationship is not the same anymore, like you start seeing them less, you start avoiding them more,
Okay.
you truly didn't forgive.
Okay, so then I don't forgive.
Right?
So then I don't forgive.
You change the nature of the
That's a
relationship.
Because there are
changed.
certain people in my life that they have done things that I'm like, it's just never going to be the same.
No, so you're not
So to
forgiven.
me, you're never forgiven. You're not
Oh, okay.
forgiven.
But I
agree.
see them and it's no bad blood.
No, absolutely. But
But
things
it's
change.
never
not
going to be the
anymore.
same.
So to me, it's not forgiving. It's more,
Being mature, I guess?
I'm gonna
Being mature, you can
It's
say
being
it.
mature. It's reevaluating this relationship,
Yeah.
and you make adjustments as needed.
You don't
and
forgive.
It'll never be the same. So to me, that's never being forgiven.
Yeah, I
said-
don't think
That's
you're
moving.
right.
That is moving on.
You're right. I don't forgive.
I
That
said
is-
that. I just said that in the beginning. Before I said, listen.
You don't change people, right?
Yeah, no. Before that, I said, You don't forgive. I mean, if you're holding a grudge, you really didn't forgive. And if you change, if you move in a different way, you're holding a grudge. Even if you're saying, "Oh, I know how that person is," you're holding a
The
grudge.
nature of your relationship has changed, so you're not forgiving,
At all.
but you are moving on in a sense.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I could forgive 100%.
You can forgive, Jeffrey.
100%. I have done business with people that I have to forgive and keep doing it, and trust them the same way. There's two different types of things,
And
right?
you never in your mind doubt that person for what they have done to you in the past and how they have failed you.
I'm gonna tell you.
You're 100% open like you were before? Wow.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Again, this guy's an alien, I'm telling you guys.
I'm gonna tell you why though.
But wait.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Give us a backstory of that. Like, you don't have to get into details, but give me the details of that relationship. Was it business? Because
Business.
It's
different. If
different.
it's personal business side of things, then it's like
It's benefiting me,
I think
so
it's
I
a little
can't
different,
even.
and that's what I brought up. It depends on what the relationship is.
Yeah.
You know, family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, business. Each one changes it a little bit, I think.
100%. So that's why it's so damn sad to say that I always put the business, your success ahead of everything. Is because in the end of the day, those things you really have to forgive. But this is how you do it. Like you told me, this is why I do it. You have a job to be as important as possible, and people are in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a fact.
They did something wrong. Okay, no problem. You gotta show them what they did wrong affected them, not you.
Good point. That's
So-
a very good point.
You did me wrong, but it hurt you more than it hurt me. It might have affected me at the moment, but I'm still moving forward. I'm still looking forward. So try not to fuck me over, because I'm always gonna be here to help you. I'm always gonna be here and hopefully they're there to help me too, because one hand helps the other, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yes, I have trusted people that have done me dirty again and again and again.
So are you sometimes in a situation where you have no choice, because if you're talking business, that's your bread, right? That's your money.
No, I have a
And it's
choice.
different.
He's
I-
just
I
kind
know-
of like,
I
that
said-
person
I-
doesn't know any better.
Mhm.
And I kind of already like.
I say I have said no to a lot of money in my life. There's people that you don't want to do business with, just because you said before the energy. I
You feel
swear. I swear to God, I would not do business with somebody that I feel the energy is off, or I just feel that you're here just to try to
Play me.
play me, or even try to like learn about me. You're not really here to just grow as in together. You're just here to see what the fuck is Jeffrey doing. You know what I'm saying? Or how can I do or take that from Jeffrey? Like no, like if you want to take something from me, it's gonna be really freaking easy, and anybody could tell you, because I'm open. I don't hide. I'm not gonna be like, yo, Josh, excuse me, let me take this phone call. I'll take the phone call on speaker, right now. Yo, what's up? Oh, this and that. Okay, now you know my business because I trust you to know my business.
Oh, yeah.
You're around me, right? So if you're around me, it's because I trust you.
Absolutely.
That's how I roll.
Yeah.
And but like I said, there's 2 point of views here. There's business, there's love, there's family. I have family that I don't forgive. I don't.
I think
I just-
family, boyfriend, girlfriend, family, that's what hits the hardest.
100%.
Don't forgive.
When you're put in a situation where you have to think about forgiving somebody, they hurt you, and that's what hits the hardest. Absolutely, because there's love involved, feelings involved, trust involved that's been betrayed possibly.
Yeah.
I think it's family.
When you let your guard down 100% and that
Exactly.
person like, ugh.
And put it this way, I think I've been in the past, if I think about it, like a boyfriend and girlfriend versus like my family, my blood. I've been hurt by my blood a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
blood, right? That's blood. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
It's-
that's what I'm saying, because you have your guard down.
Yeah.
When it's business, you always have
No,
your guard up, because
not even
it's business. You
Not
know
even
what
business,
I
but like even a relationship, like a boyfriend girlfriend, you have a guard always because this is still a new person. Versus, you know, your parents, your brother, your sister, your cousin. You don't even think you need to have
No,
a guard.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
family, right?
You
mean?
guys,
It's like you're 100% transparent to that
Absolutely.
person.
so that
hurts
I want to get to
more.
a topic right now that it
I think you're on the same topic. That I
Yeah,
think
it connects to
about.
this because it's over here saying that family this that hurts more. So I live a whole different lifestyle. So my question for ya is, does blood make you family?
Do you consider your blood family Like your family.
Yeah, does blood make you family?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
I agree. I think blood, put it this way,
Not necessarily.
Blood-
Spicy.
blood makes you related.
Related.
Wow,
Does
Josh,
not
right there,
make you
right there.
family.
Fist bump.
Does not make you family. Does not make you family.
I agree with
Doesn't.
that 1,000%.
Don't get me wrong, cause like I said earlier, cause you are blood, I think you start off as family. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, and like I said before, the way I live my life, until you do something wrong, then I'm gonna reevaluate that. So, cause you are blood, benefit of the doubt, you are treated as family, and I'm gonna trust you 100% until I'm given a reason not to.
Right.
But yeah, at the end of the day, in a general topic, blood does not make you family.
I mean, a lot of things has changed in life, a lot. Because if you do live life as we're all kids, we're babies, and you live that life like family, blood family, you are so powerful that you have no idea. But that's so hard to do nowadays. I'm
People
talking
don't
about-
take advantage of that.
Yeah. So like,
You could be a whole army.
yes, and a lot of have you seen Italians, Asians?
I mean,
growing
don't
up,
go so far. The Kardashians.
the Kardashians, like
They are where they are because
they use the-
they're unity. There
Yes.
are whatever happens between
they
them.
argue and stuff, but
That's it. It's between them, and that's why they're where they are.
That's a big fact. But this is the problem here. This is the problem. And I'm sorry that I always come back to business, but it is what it is. The reason why it's hard for a person like me, Jody, and Josh, and I can say that because I know them, is because we don't come from that super successful family that passes things down to you. So
We're trying to build this.
we're trying to build this, and then there's a problem that when you come from a family that's doesn't gotta be like financially poor. It's called mentally poor. So it brings problems because I came up with a business plan today. Josh was here setting up. I was on the phone with my boy. He probably heard me, and I said, "Yo, I came up with a plan. What do you think about this, and that?" I didn't call nobody blood. I called that person because that person, I consider him blood because I made my own family.
Mm-hmm.
Literally made my own family. Like there's times I have get-togethers at my house and there's not one blood family at my house. And this is my family.
Absolutely.
And I tell my mom, like, oh, I'm with my people. Oh, your No. This is my people. I'm sorry to tell you I love you and all, but y'all second. Like, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, that's love. That's different. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to be there to support them. I hope they're there to support me, too. I'm going to be there for their kids. They're going to be there for my kids. I'm going to be there for my parents. But at the end of the day, I don't even see myself growing with them. I don't. I can see myself living the other side of the country.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And people, I know there were people that watch this and be like, damn, that's your family. How can you say that? But it's
I get
true.
all the time, bro.
I don't, like, I 100% agree. Like, and there's nothing wrong that if you have family that you can't see yourself growing and doing the things that you want to do in your life, and you're not leaving them, but there are things in life that you're going to do without the family. And that's okay because everybody's their own person. And you're going to do what you need to do to succeed. Doesn't change how much you love your family. Doesn't change what they mean to you. And this kind of just brings something up to my head. It's like, you think about it, like, we talk about sometimes your own family will burn you. And that's what hurts the most, right? But guess what?
It happens all the time.
I'm more than willing to bet that you love them the same way regardless. You might be
Exactly.
upset. You might not be able to forget.
But I love it.
Yeah,
But
you love them.
The love and... You get that phone call, something happens, whatever. Guess what? That is
You're the
family.
first one that's gonna be there.
Okay.
Blood. Sorry, that's back to blood, right? It doesn't change that.
I wanted to talk about that what Josh is saying because look, a lot of times it happens. Your mom will talk. My mom has told me 1,000%. Oh yeah, they only like you because of this, because of that they're using you, blah 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 blah. Pero they will ask you, but when things go left, who's the first one there? And they will say your family. But realistically, the reason why your family is the first one there is because all of us are not embarrassed or ashamed to call your family to tell them what's really going on.
They'll never judge you. They will always be there.
So that's the real reason that I will tell you, yeah, your family is always there for you because our how you say it? Our self-love, us inside,
It always goes back to them.
because we're scared.
Yeah.
Only because we're scared. Not because we're only calling them. It's because we're scared that so-called the new family we call, we're scared of the way they're gonna judge you about that.
Like it's not gonna be like accepting, but you know that your family will always accept you
No matter
for
what.
Like,
who you are.
It's like you're gonna. It's kind of embarrassed to call your friend that looks at you at top point like, yo, I'm 3 months behind on my rent, but you can call your mom and tell her that.
Yeah, yeah.
It don't matter. You could have friends that you could do that, but
That's
like you said,
family. That's
no
after.
matter-
I have that now. I
Exactly,
have that. I
yeah,
didn't have that
but-
before.
I
Your
built that.
parents, your
I built that
family,
too with my mom.
Your blood, so we're referring to blood specifically, right? Who you're related to. No matter what and how the relationship has turned, what it's become, the past, the good, the bad, and happiness, at the end of the day, I strongly believe that love does not go away, and you'll always have that love for family, and there'll be points in your life that you'll have to put aside the bads and stuff that's happened, and family, blood, whatever, always come together at the end of the day, I think.
I think that, like I said, love comes and it stays. I mean, the nowadays the people that I consider that I really love, to me it all starts with trust and honesty. That's where it all started. That's the reason why these people that are not my blood or my family is because of my trust and honesty. I'm so honest. I'm the most honest person you might meet. Like, I'm not scared to tell you I can't. Yo, listen, I can't afford that dinner tonight, or anything. It could be anything.
Like you're not here fronting.
Yeah.
Like you're just yourself.
When you when
and
you're
that's
yourself
okay.
around your people without being scared, and people that are like in a whole different level, it's like you really are loved, cause it's like you're not here to try to sell an image that.
Just to hang out with them or just to be cool in front of them.
And it could be in any single thing, like it could be going to the club, that you have to go to the club and pop 3 bottles just to look cool, or going to the club in your mom's car acting like it's yours. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
And I think what makes a good friend that becomes family or whatever is like that is, like you said, one, you could be open with them, like, yo, I can't do this, I can't do that, but, if, say, you are better off in life, whatever, you're I don't know how to say it, but, you're at a different level as some of your friends, right? Because not all your friends are going to be equal to you in regards to, like,
Same.
finance, whatever it is.
Same.
What makes a good friend is that person that's higher, financially, whatever it is, doesn't put the pressure on the person that's lower in life, whatever aspect it is, to be doing things. So in other words, like, if you're higher than me in life and we're friends and you're not here trying to pressure me into doing all these other things, you understand where I'm at, what I'm comfortable with, and you accept me for that, and you're not trying to make me go blow my bank account, and that we could be friends. That's truly a friend. I have friends that, for all different levels, lower than me, higher than me.
Me too.
But guess what? We hang out, you'd never know the difference from us.
I have friends that
We're
fucking
all equals.
bully me on the daily. Bully me to a point that's like, don't buy that. You can't afford that. What you mean I can't afford that? You can't afford that. And he's not even trying to play me. He's literally telling me, you're being
Don't do
stupid.
it. Yeah, don't do it. Like, what are you doing?
You don't afford that. You may be able to buy it, but you can't afford it.
Absolutely.
And that's love. I'm not heartbroken. I'm not offended. I literally love that. I love that.
So, someone had mentioned, I forgot who I was talking to, and they're giving me ideas of things to talk about. So you kind of talked about, like, having friends and that could legit tell you, you can't afford that, right? And they're looking out for you, right? So I think a very tough subject to talk about, especially, with people our age, money. So I'm trying to see how to word this, where do you think someone should be in their, let's put mid-20s to mid-30s financially? Where should someone be? Or do you even think about that? So here's what I've heard or I've been given, right? Growing up all my life, right? The 20s into your 30s, mid-30s, 40s, whatever, that's that age where you're an adult, right?
You are an adult.
Everybody's like, oh, at 18 I'm an adult. No, you're really becoming an adult mid-20s, I think, personally. And, where should someone be? Should someone have $50,000 in the bank? Should they have a house? Should they be buying a house? Should they be starting a family? Where should someone be at that age? I guess we'll talk financially at least, or, in general, where should someone be? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it all depends on how you were moving in your early 20s. because you're recovering from all of that.
True.
So I feel like when you're 25, let's just say someone that is 21 years old has had like their whole like shit together, right? When they're 25, they kind of already, they're on that path as opposed to someone that is starting at 25. I don't know, I don't think that, who are you to say where anybody could be? You know what I mean? I don't think that
Look, I have these conversations daily.
this one has, he's been known where he wants to be since he was like 5.
But listen, this is real deep though. Somebody sent me this. I'm looking at right here. My boy sent me this at this Saturday at 3:26 p.m. And this shit hit me deep. And it's literally about the same conversation we have. He's saying that an age that you have to be in a certain, I disagree with that.
What? With what?
I disagree that the age you're in, you should be at a certain time in your life. That at 27, 28, you should have 2 kids or you should have a house. I disagree totally with that. I never used to disagree with that. I just started disagreeing with that now.
You disagree that there shouldn't be you shouldn't have a set.
No.
Right?
I'm going to tell you why. I'm reading what this guy told me right here. He sent me this, and this is so deep, but you got to understand it. He said, they asked him, when you're young, they tell you got to write down your goals so you could get there. And the guy said, that's a lie. He goes, what you mean? He's like, that's the biggest lie you ever hear. Because if you write down a goal at a certain age and you don't get it there, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself for failure because you're putting a time on it. And you can't control your time. You can't control your time. So I know people, like he was saying, that you could say, yes, I would want to be at a certain place in my life at this age, but you really can't put a goal in your age because it gets hard. It's really easy to set up failure. And people are weak. So if you don't get there by that age, you start going crazy, you start getting scared. But people...
Because you're letting yourself down. You just let yourself down. You said that you were going to have this certain thing at this age, and now you don't got it,
Listen,
so now what?
I just got that message on Saturday. When I turned 20 years old, I was living at a house, and it was my birthday, and I was drunk as fuck. And I told my boy, his name was Richie, and we was outside in the deck, and I told him, listen, when I turn 25, I'm going to hit my first million. No, I haven't hit my first million. And I'm just turning 25 this year. So, I failed. But realistically, I still don't think I failed because I still have another 12 months. Remember, you turn 25 and then you still got 12 months. But it's not because I'm not in the millions. It's not because of that. It's more because of that message my boy sent me. And that's a big fact. Like, why put an age? People, everything happens. Like, you be successful, you could lose it all. But you could come right back up because you got the knowledge. That's it. You could lose it all, but come right back. But the age doesn't matter. I'm sorry to tell you. I think you could still get rich and be successful after you're 40 years old. And
a lot of people have, when it's not passed down, you become successful later on in life.
So don't beat yourself up.
After you've done all the mistakes. Yeah?
Don't beat yourself up. Because age to me doesn't matter. And I'm a young person saying it. Usually older people say that. Age doesn't matter.
I used to beat myself up for that.
I thought so
And
too.
I'm learning to be like, this is where I'm at in life. I'm just going to appreciate this.
Absolutely.
My goals are there. So when I become a millionaire, you'll see.
Nah, I agree. I think there shouldn't be a time stamp tied to things in your age, and I feel like everybody's different and their life is different, and at the end of the day, if that person is where they want to be, or making the steps and the right decisions to be where they want to be, and they have a goal, and like I said, a goal.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, a goal not tied to time, but a goal, and they see where they want to be, they have a vision of where they want to be, and they're doing whatever they need to do to go to that. To me, that person's where they should be.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be, I know people that own houses at 25 and people that don't buy their first house till 40. Nothing's wrong with that.
It's okay.
It's okay, and it's, and I'm not one to judge anybody. It's just, that's where that person is, and I'm a strong believer in,
and be happy for them.
Exactly, be happy for them. On the type, even my friends and stuff like that. I know people with houses, people without houses, people that want houses, people that don't want houses. Whatever it is like, as long as, it's not my business to a certain extent, but I'm good with, not that my opinion matters to them, but, I'm good with my friends, family, whatever it is, having a goal, making the decisions and the right steps to do whatever they want to do in life, at whatever age they want to do it. Everybody moves different.
Yeah,
And
whatever
I'm here
fits
for
them,
it.
whatever
fits them, and
it's okay.
and that's it. I think
I've learned to just stop even giving opinions to people. If they don't ask for it, why are you even?
That's power. That's power.
to not give or to not care for someone to do.
No, no. I care for them if they ask me, or if I see it's something like, oh my god, like super, I need to sit down and talk to this person. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I think that you should be buying a house. I've had people that come up to me and tell me what they think I should do in my life, and I'm like, no,
That's
pero
love, that's love.
increíble. No, that's love for them. I'll take it, but I'm not gonna take it. Like whatever.
Take it with a grain of salt.
That's honestly,
I hate.
I don't like giving
I don't
opinions
even.
either.
Yeah, I don't even like using the word hate. But I hate when people do that.
It's okay to somebody to call you and ask about an opinion about their personal life, business, or whatever you want to do. Hey, what do you think if I move to Florida because I want to start a business or I want to work for certain person that lives in Florida? Don't ever call me telling me I want to move to Florida because I want to have fun. Get out my face.
Yeah, no.
Get out my face.
It's weird
Call,
because
ask me you want to go to Florida because you have
a business plan or whatever, something in place.
I have this guy that opened the business that is giving me a job,
and I see an opportunity here. I'm gonna take it. Like, what do you think about this?
Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I get.
No, I get it.
I'm over here trying to move out to have fun. Come on. I'm tired of people telling me, oh, I want to move out because over here is so whack. Forget about being whack. Get your damn money. Get your shit together and you can have fun. If you got to success, you're gonna have fun anywhere. Anywhere. Right. For sure.
True. I agree.
I'm sorry. It's like, and that goes to. We had something in the notes we could talk about it. It goes to that about people's egos. You know what I'm saying? Because the egos can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
And
the ego is you trying to be the most of anything. You get it? It's not necessarily like ego, like, oh, I'm cocky. Ego is you're trying to be the most of any situation, whether it's like fear, whether it, do you guys get it or no?
You know what is
the, I guess,
what am I?
Ego?
What is the question, or like what are we about ego? What are we trying to say?
The question is, what do you think about egos? What do you does ego help you? Does it affect you?
No, it does not help you. No, it doesn't help you. Because ego is like when you are in an egoistic mentality, I think that you're victimizing yourself. Because you think that you are the most of. You get it? I am the most loved. I am the most hated. I am the most. You get it? That's what ego means. So really, no, it doesn't. It robs you from whatever. Do you guys understand what I'm saying or no?
I understand what you're saying. I don't agree.
You don't agree?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Why?
Why don't you agree?
So.
Yo, hold on. It's hot.
It is hot.
Yo,
I don't know if it's the liquor.
No, it's
the
damn.
wine,
It's the wine. Of course, it's the wine.
Like getting a little lit.
Damn.
I'm always lit. I'm such a lightweight. I don't get it.
Bro, I'm lit too. Like I'm over here trying to like take
I'm
off my
a
hat
little
to clean my sweat, but I'm not trying to look like that in the
Me too, I
camera.
wear like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I think ego has such a negative. I guess how do you say? There's negative thoughts and this negative. What is the word I'm trying to think of? You hear ego, you
like
think
perception.
negative. Perception. Ego has such a negative perception, but so ego is the Latin word for I. So an example, if you say I a lot in your sentence, people tend to think that you have a big ego. Oh, I did this, I do this, and that. There's nothing wrong with having a big ego. Take away the negative. What was the word you said? Negative. Perception of it.
Perception.
And what is wrong with having a big ego? What is wrong in believing in yourself so much and thinking about yourself? And because there's one thing to have a big ego and throw all my shit on you, like, yo, I do this, you can't do this, you can't
That's
do this.
cocky. That's
cocky. But
to
I
me,
think,
that's being cocky.
but I
That's not
think-
being
I think
egoistic.
if you're ego and you think cocky, because to have a big ego, what is wrong with me knowing what I can do, knowing who I am, my capabilities, and believing in myself so much?
I think
wrong to have
that's
a big
being
ego?
confident. What you're saying.
But no, confident. You can be silent. Now think about it.
What's the
Take-
definition? What's the definition of ego, though? Look it up. Because I think that being like when you have a big ego, it's you're the most of anything. Like you are the most of anything.
I don't know. Let's see, Josh. Josh was saying that. Like, me, I'm the best.
It's so here, and this is, I think it agrees with what I'm saying. A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. I think I'm the most important person in the world.
Yeah, of course. I think I'm the
then
most important person in the
So you
world.
have an ego. You have a big ego. Your self-esteem. You are so confident in yourself. You are so, whatever you want to say in yourself. What is wrong with having a big ego? I don't think there's anything wrong with being.
I mean,
there's a difference of being cocky and throwing your ego on someone else. But for me to have my own big ego, there's nothing wrong with that. I think.
I mean, I see your point of view. I see Jadi's. I could talk about me. My ego is like my biggest problem in life. I don't like ego. I've been learning that. This is what affects me. My ego. This is what affects. An ego to me is like when you have a picture of yourself and you are, let's say, oh, you that nigga, or you do this, and then your ego is so high that you're embarrassed of somebody seeing you doing something as in working at Starbucks. Like, oh, how this nigga was the shit and now he's working at Starbucks. But
But I don't think
That's
that's
not
ego.
ego.
That's not ego.
I said about me.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
said about me.
But that's not
Because
ego.
to me it is. That's what I said. I said my biggest, like what affects me is that's my ego. Cause like I look at myself like, oh, I'm good, da, 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 da. But at the end of the day, I learn from other people that realistically, if you're not doing something at that moment, if you could get a part-time job, even if it's freaking at Walmart, and you don't want to do it just because of your ego, that's what I look at it. Am I wrong?
Your ego.
That's
so you're saying
different.
like your
That's
ego.
different.
Say you find yourself in a situation where you have to go work at Walmart, and you're saying your ego doesn't let you
I mean-
work
Exactly.
at Walmart. Are you
That's
saying that's
my-
wrong, or
and
are you
that's a
saying
problem.
That's not. I don't think that's wrong. Because what
But
is
that's-
wrong? What and
It's
no one's
not
wrong. Here,
wrong.
right? It's
But
not
that's
wrong
my
to be like,
that's my problem. That's
That's
my ego.
not my definition of ego, though. That's the thing.
So what's
To me, that's just like-
hold on.
that's-
So what's holding me back? Why am I not doing it? If you're
Other
saying-
people's opinions, like you being ashamed of a certain situation.
that's not an ego. That's not an ego.
No, it's
so
not ego.
That of course that's an ego. My ego's not letting
No,
me.
that's what you're just worried about what other people think about you.
No, I'm not worried about what people think
His
about me.
ego. Put it this way. Think about it. Like, I agree with him. Like, I'm where I'm at in life, what I've done, and where I want to be. I would not let myself go work, whatever it is, somewhere else, compared to what I'm at now. My ego won't let me because I don't see that for myself. That's not
Okay,
where I see
let's-
myself. That's not
alright.
where
I
I
don't
want to
care
be.
what they think about me.
You know what? It's crazy because I feel like that's the situation that I'm in now. I work at a barbershop as a receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm downing anyone that works at a barbershop or is a receptionist. That's not where I want to see myself. You know
But you
what?
have a plan. That's
I
different.
have a plan, and I was like, I need to do this
But your
because.
ego lets you.
But your ego allowed you to do
It
But you
lets
think that-
you. There's people that
no,
won't do it.
You know, sir, when I go there, I'm like, but I gotta
but
do
your-
it.
Your ego,
but I
your
gotta
ego
do
lets
it.
you.
Your ego's at the point where you would allow
Their ego allow you to do
to
that.
bring you to somewhere else because you know that's not your final place. Your ego.
You literally were powerful enough
don't think
to
that-
put your ego to a side and work there. There's people that can't do that. They'd rather stay home and live miserable and live a fake life. Your ego allow you to do that.
I just look at ego so differently. That's
Oh,
the thing.
that's what I look
Because-
at ego. I look at ego like something inside of you that's not allowing you to do things just because your
That's
ego's
just
not letting
people's
you.
perception of you. What is it? Perception.
Nah, that's where I look at ego. What's inside of you that doesn't allow you to do things just because it's your ego. Like your ego,
Your
letting
ego
me.
is your bottom line. What are you willing to
Like
accept?
or like I'm not gonna go eat. I'm not gonna eat sausage, egg, and cheese, and Dunkin' Donuts. My ego letting me. I don't like their eggs. Like I don't want that. Like why can't you just eat that? Because you don't like it.
The fuck?
But you used to eat it.
'Cause
But you
I
used to
don't
eat
like it.
But you used to eat it.
I
But
think
yeah, but
if
I
you wanna
don't
tie
like
ego
it.
to-
That's
if
a
you wanna-
horrible
yeah,
example.
There's a
'cause
difference of like you don't like it versus.
It's not realistically not liking it, bro. It's
If you
about more
if
like.
you want to tie your ego into it, it's like, what do I look like eating?
That's realistically what it is.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they're not saying,
ego.
oh, this shit tastes nasty. They're saying,
I just-
like, what do
I
you
guess
like,
I
what do I
never
look like
eat-
eating this?
I don't ever look at life like that. If I like something that's from the freaking dollar store,
absolutely.
I'm gonna
Stop
rock
it.
that
You don't
shit.
even like eating pig ears because you don't like how it looks.
Cause I don't like it. It's
You
weird.
haven't even
It's
thank you.
weird to me.
Now it's weird.
It's just weird
So
to
like
me.
it is
I don't
different.
like it. I don't like it. The fuck? Okay, so now I have to like pig ears. Like that shit
I'm
is
not
gross.
saying that. I'm not saying that.
I envision like you eating ears. Like that's bad nasty.
This is a very good topic because, like I said, when I think of ego, I think there's two things. There's having a big ego and putting that on other people, and I think that's 100% wrong. But when I look at myself and my personal ego, and whether you want to say I have a big ego or not, the way I treat myself and my ego is how I operate. There's nothing wrong with me having a big ego with myself. Not,
I don't
not
like
putting
egos.
it onto other people. You'll never find me putting my ego
affects
onto
me.
someone else.
I've seen it in my own eyes. With people, like you said about energy, reading people's energy. I have been to businesses before. That shit bothers the shit out of me.
I guess it's just that I would never look at ego as a positive thing.
Yeah, but
I would never look at it as a positive thing.
I understand Josh.
I don't.
I don't agree with him, but I understand him 100%.
I never see ego as I'm looking at ego like very, very deep.
But ego pushes you.
But wait, so there's two things. There's
No,
But I think-
discipline does,
No,
morals does,
but-
boundaries do. That's what
Jody,
pushes you.
no.
Not being egoistic.
No. But there's different ways. Like what he was saying was facts.
But I think
That's being confident.
But I
No,
think there's
no,
two
no.
things. Like there's a big ego and there's having an ego. Everybody should have an ego. It's whether you have a big ego.
She has an ego.
Everybody's
Your ego.
ego.
I'm gonna
Everybody.
give you
Yeah,
another.
go-
I'm gonna
go
give you
ahead.
another example.
Go ahead, baby boy.
But to you, it's not ego.
Expose me.
So
Go ahead.
no.
So
it's,
look,
it's everybody has this. Hold on.
Sorry, go.
I'm gonna give her an example. What ego is for us, me and you, Josh, because she thinks ego is something else.
I do. Yeah.
So
I do.
there's certain places that
I
I
do.
said, yo, let's go to this spot. I'm not talking about a house now. I'm talking about to a location, and she's like, nah, I don't see myself there. Who's yourself? Your ego.
Absolutely.
It wasn't you. Your ego didn't want to see you there because you think that
Maybe I just don't like the vibe. Give a real example. Tell me a real example.
that's a real example.
So look.
That's a real example. There's locations that you don't want to go anymore because you left it behind in your old life because your
But that
ego
has
don't.
nothing to do with ego. All right.
my
So
God.
Let's move on, 'cause
this is
that
what
shit
ego has to do.
just-
So the larger your ego, the larger your self-esteem. It is our ego that breeds our self-confidence, our drive for success, and our optimism. So if you have a big ego, you believe in yourself. You have good self-esteem with yourself, and you believe and you're confident in whatever it is that you're gonna do. You're confident. So ego, it has this very, very negative perception to it, but ego is a good thing to have. People, especially like on a professional side for work and stuff like that, wouldn't you want an artist working for you with a good ego
100%.
that is confident in the work he does and the way he sings?
A lot of artists are not good artists because they don't have an ego.
Exactly.
'Cause they're
You
weak.
have to have an ego. So
'Cause they're like,
and I get it. There's a
I'll
negative side
I'll
of ego.
honestly like look into this
Yeah.
and I'll get back at you guys
I think
because
there's
I'm
a
not
negative
gonna
side of
agree
ego.
with
Listen,
something.
Yeah.
I'm really not
okay.
gonna agree with something that I have no
Have you-
knowledge on. The way that I look at ego is
Way
definitely
different
not.
than us.
Yes, and I can't even believe that that's coming up on like
Google.
whatever Google
Yeah.
because I've never looked at ego in that
Okay,
way.
so-
I've always looked at it like it's a negative thing.
LinkedIn, and that's why.
So, my question is, you never been to a restaurant and the owner's there, right? The owner's just there at the bar. You never seen this before? And somebody gets up, leaves, the plate is still there, right? The owner's there, not doing shit. And he literally will call the employee to get that plate. Why couldn't you get that fucking plate?
Because he's the most of everything.
Ego,
He thinks
but that's
what I'm saying. That's why I
But that's
don't
the same thing with
agree with
me.
ego.
But why? If you're sitting on your couch, why can't you work at Walmart for a part-time, make that money?
That's what I'm doing. It's like putting your ego to the
But
side.
I said that you did put your,
Always.
but I did, you, well, I'm gonna play this back to you later
I
tomorrow,
just-
and I
I
said
don't
to you,
like ego.
Teresa,
I
you
don't
put
like
your
ego.
to a side to work at a barbershop. I told you that. And you said no.
I just try not to even like look at life like that.
It's
Having
inside
an
of
ego
you.
or not. Like, for what?
I have a question. So when your girls caught you, and you're not gonna say you don't do this, because I don't do this, but every girl does this.
What?
Every girl does this, and this is the wackest
Yeah,
shit you could do, bro.
Go.
It's the and there's some,
I'll be honest.
There's some people some guys too that do this too, and y'all niggas is all whack, for real.
Oh my God.
If you call me,
He's even looking
yo,
into the camera.
no, listen, this is fucking whack.
What?
Me and you don't get along as soon as you ask me this question, and I don't say nothing about let you rock. Yo, what's up? What you doing? I said, yo, I'm over here at Astenciados. Pull up. Who's there with you?
Okay, so I guess me and you don't get along. Because I need to know who the
Yo,
fuck
why
is there.
does it matter who I'm with? Why does it? Do I ever ask you, if you call me, do I ever ask you who you with? I'm pulling up. You my mans, right? I'm never a type of person to be like, who's there, who's that?
That has nothing to do with ego.
Nothing to do with ego.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing to do with ego.
You just don't like that, so you just wanted to bring
No,
it
we
up?
was talking about
Oh, okay.
that you said right here. Listen, there's a lot of things that you could. There's 4 girls in a group in a chair, right? And there's that ego, because she's not gonna admit that's not an ego. But there's a lot of girls that won't pull up because that one girl's there. Her ego don't let her. She's there. I'm not going. That's not ego, right? You just don't fuck with her. It's not an ego. It's not. You cannot just go. That one person that allow you to go there.
What does that have to do with you?
It's what's inside of you. How does that have to do with ego?
All right.
And ego's what? It's inside of you. What doesn't allow you to do what you want? That's what an ego is. It's who. It's not this what we see. It's what's inside of you that we don't know. That's what an ego is. So guess what? You're not going because of that person, but we all think that you're not going because you're tired. Because you're busy. But you're really not going because that person there. That was your ego. That wasn't Jared's. That was your ego.
Okay.
That's inside of you. Nobody sees your ego. Only person that knows your ego is the person, yourself.
Yeah.
That's what only person that knows the ego.
The only person that truly knows your ego
Is yourself.
There's times where you
Take it
make your
away.
ego known.
Yeah, like the restaurant
it on
owner
to
that
other
couldn't put the
people.
damn plate away.
I think
This
that
is
I
good
would
wine.
never. Yeah, no, this is good one. I don't know. I don't ever try to act from a place of being egoistic. That's not who I am. So for you, like, I try to avoid it at all cost. It's not nothing that I think is cool. It's not nothing that. No, I'm just me, and
But so I think
maybe I have the definition wrong. You get it?
No, I think
May-
so. I think this is a great time. We're past an hour. I think this is a great opportunity to have a topic, and we finish the rest on the next episode. We could possibly get some feedback from people.
Ask them what they for themselves. What do they think ego
God bless
is?
you.
Thank you. And I think we get some more opinions on it, but I think, and I kind of like this. Let's go do some more research on it. Everybody go look it up, and think about their thoughts, and think about. We'll obviously watch the video, and see what we thought about it. Maybe we changed our minds. I think it's a great topic to touch base on again.
I hate my ego, so I wish I didn't have it.
I try to put it to sleep all the time.
Absolutely.
It's
I
nothing
get it.
I'm
I get
interested
it.
in.
I get it.
I have other things to worry about than my ego.
But you don't even see it. You don't. You're
What? No, I
saying.
see
You're
it.
saying.
When
I
I
gave you
see-
like 4 point of views, and you said no. Restaurant.
None
this,
of those
no.
were ego.
But I think it's because you guys
None
have
of
different
those-
opinions on what are different thoughts of what.
So how many artists? I know we gotta go. But how many artists you might not know have used alter ego as their album name? Album name, like literally their album name. You know what an album is? A music album?
Of course I know.
Okay, so why would they call it alter ego? If that's not what ego is. Because it's literally saying who alter ego, their album means who they really are. The person that we don't know. That's what alter ego is in the name of the album.
Good point.
And that's what I've been trying to tell you.
That's,
Your ego.
that right there, that's a valid
Josh.
point. But every other fucking point that you just brought
So
up,
it wasn't a
to
valid
me
point
was
when I
like,
tell you
no,
that there's
that's
4
not
girls at a
ego.
restaurant, 4 girls at a restaurant that only you know that you're not going because of that person, and we all think you're tired. It's not your ego
No, I just don't fuck with that person. I'm not.
that
going.
nobody knows.
That's not ego. Josh, is that ego? That's not even ego. Can you
It's
please be
truly
honest?
who you are.
Be
Go ahead.
honest. All right.
I just said
Really?
that. I just said the album art to ego is when an
Yeah.
artist is truly who they are. So I'm telling you who you are inside of you that we don't know. That's your ego, and you're saying no.
Next episode, I'll talk to you about
I
this.
think we talk about it. I think Jeffrey's getting to a point where it's like. So I understand what you're saying. Like, if you're not going because a certain person, it's because you don't fuck with them.
I'm giving that example.
Versus, I know, and
That's
then I
not
think
ego,
what you're
though.
trying to bring up is maybe I think the viewpoint I get from what Jeffrey is saying is like, okay, there's a person there. Not necessarily I don't fuck with them, but I think of a person that's there that doesn't benefit me, or I don't see myself. I don't want to be seen with that person. That person is not someone that's for me. And
And you say that's
maybe
not an
it's-
ego?
No. And if you look at it that way, I think that's your ego. Your ego saying, "I'm better than that." Whatever you think.
You don't
about
wanna
that,
be
my
with that
ego
person
doesn't allow
'cause
me
your
to be
ego
with that
not you.
person because my ego doesn't let me. I think it goes both ways. I think it's a topic we definitely have to talk about again.
I don't
Follow
even.
up.
To me, it's like even what you're saying right now. It's not even about who is seeing me with this person. It's literally I don't like your energy. We're not gonna hang out.
We're not-
I'm not putting myself on. I'm not putting myself in that situation.
So you're weak enough to run away from a person that's affecting
No,
your
I
energy.
literally don't want to be there because I don't have to because I don't like you.
But are you saying?
that
Listen,
has nothing to do with ego.
Jody, you always forget the biggest picture. What I said. If you're telling the person who ever invited you, oh, I'm not going because so and so is there because I don't like her. It's not your ego. What I said, because you didn't listen to me. If you tell that person you're busy, hey, I'm busy, but realistically, it's not you're busy. You're not going because that person was there you didn't like. But guess what? Nobody knows. Only person that knows is your ego, the person inside of you. You only know that.
Okay.
If you tell me, yo, Jeff, I'm not putting up because this person I don't like this person, that's not your ego. But if you're telling me, hey, I'm busy, but you're lying to me,
I've never in my life looked at ego that way.
So I think.
So I got some homework to do.
I think we all have.
Because
some
I've
homework to
never
do.
looked at it that way.
We're gonna get some comments. We're gonna put up some, stuff on Instagram. Try to get some people's comments, but I guess we'll leave the video off on, I guess now it kind of turned into two different things. What is ego? I think is a very good question. What is the definition of ego to you? And whatever that definition is it good to have a big ego or to have an ego in general? So the main topic, ego. What are your thoughts? Definition, good or bad to have one, a big one, whatever it is. Let us know. But thank you guys for watching.
shout out, guys. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You guys already know.
Absolutely, follow us on IG, our personal pages, the podcast page, all that. All that info will be in the description and everywhere else.
And shout out happy birthday to Johnny.
I was
It's her
about to say,
birthday.
I'm about to go get lit
What
because
time
it's
is
my
it?
birthday.
mean,
I'm so excited.
Everything is closed. Where you going?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
No.
mad liquor here. Excuse me.
Nah, you can't touch this. This is for the show.
I can touch it.
Damn, not even a shot for your
I can
birthday?
touch it. I'll drink every bottle on that damn shelf. Trust me.
Well, on that note, goodbye. Thank you. Love
Take
you
care, guys.
Love
Bye.
you.